Welcome to Model Horse Tack School. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to fix the ankle on this 8-inch male doll. Now, it came off when I pulled the boots off because I'm going to put different boots on him, and it snapped, so it broke. It's not like I can just glue it back on. It's not going to work. So I'm going to get out my nail drill. It basically could be any tip, but with this particular tip, what I want to do is I could pull that little piece out, but I'll probably break the ankle because the plastic is not that strong. So I want to drill down those pegs in the ankles on both sides so I can pull out that swivel piece that's in there. This did take a little bit of finesse and time because I don't want to get the ankle. I'm just trying to drill out the peg so that it's smaller. So I'm going to make a less of a hole when I go to pull that out of there. So once I got both sides done, I pull out that piece, and you'll see in a minute what I mean. I just want to push the ankles out a little bit. If I push it too far, it's going to break, and then the ankle's not going to be usable. Got it wide enough that now I can just kind of pull that out of there. Suppose I could have done a heat gun, but I don't know how well this plastic will deal with heat. So this worked best for me. See how that bent out? I'll go ahead and bend it back in, but you can imagine with those pins, as long as they were, that could have broke the ankle. So there's my ankle, and now I need to make a new joint. I want it to be movable. So I'm going to put a piece of wire in the leg. So I need to drill a hole, this time again with my nail drill, which rotates slower than a Dremel, so it's not likely to melt the plastic. And so just slowly with this particular bit, it's a diamond bit, and it's about the same size as the wire, so that I'm only making a hole big enough for the wire. And if you can see, ever so slowly, it's going in further and further, and I'm going to get it in there as far as I can, because however far I can get that in there is how far that wire is going to go in. All right, now 2 different pieces of wire. I've got some armature wire, and that's going to be for my peg. It bends relatively easily without pliers. So it's like medium drawn, it's not soft drawn. It's got a little bit more to it. I'm going to go ahead and make a loop, and I'm using my skinny fingers here because they're round. So I can make the loop and then pull it back again so it's like an eye. And that's going to be in there. Now for the connecting piece, the other piece over there is a 19 gauge galvanized wire, and it's hard drawn. So it's not going to come loose or bend as easily as the armature wire. Now we're going to check this out. This is a dry fit. We're going to put that 19 gauge wire through the armature wire loop, and you can kind of see that's how my joint's going to be. Now I know he's going to have boots on. He's not going to be barefooted. So yeah, see how hard drawn that is? I can't even bend it with my skinny fingers. It bends my pliers. So I'm going to use regular pliers, and I just need to make a stop of some sort. So I'm going to bend it over, kind of flatten it, turn it sideways, and that'll be the stop so it can't come out. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, not too tight, you know, because we want the ankle to move. Yeah, I had to readjust a couple times. Sorry I'm out of frame, but it was the only way I could get that wire wrapped around. There we go. So you can see that I made a loop. And because it's hard drawn, it's harder to bend. It just takes more effort. So now I'm going to bend it and turn it. And when I'm pretty sure I got a loop big enough, I'm going to snip it off. There goes the extra. These are wires that were pre-cut, so I was actually using scrap wire. because I use wire in my tack making all the time. And then we're gonna bend it. You could probably use a straight pin if you don't have 19 gauge wire. Straight pins are they're a little hard to bend, and they're pretty thin, and they're very strong. So they're definitely a hard drawn wire. And I'm going to push that backwards. Now, any boots I put on this guy or shoes, they're not going to come off. So anything I make for him is going to be permanent. Now we're going to figure out how long I need to make that wire to glue into that hole I made in the leg. So that's a pretty good estimate. Now I really need to make that to a point. Fortunately, my pliers always make a point, so I'm not gonna like shave it off or anything. See how snug it fits, so push that up there really good. This is a dry fit, but I definitely need to probably glue that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but I wanted to make sure that it fits first. So we're gonna use this super glue. I like it because it has a tip. Gorilla Glue would probably be better, but if you overuse the glue, you could accidentally glue the joint. So you have to be careful. I know that water's the catalyst for super glue, so I kind of put a little bit of spit on that to make sure there's enough moisture to get that going. And I can throw away that peg joint. I'll never use that again. So there you go. Hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching my channel. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and have a good day.